Hi there, people. What's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I want to do quickly a video on a particular topic that I thought of. This might not be in your interest. This is about fragrance community. It's also about the industry. So I want to talk about straight to only one point. That is going to be today. I did a video yesterday, I think today or yesterday, regarding what's wrong with Fragcomm, if Fragcomm is getting boring or something wrong with it. And I talked about a few things that I really felt from my heart. But today I have one more point that I want to discuss. But before that, I have one thing to say. Someone told me, like from my comment section, like they noticed, and they told me like some of the brothers from India, especially, they're getting frustrated and they're getting kind of upset with me not discussing or addressing the point about the ongoing, hate crime that's going on in Bangladesh. And this is basically a very sensitive issue. Okay, I do not discuss politics. I talk about humanity, I talk about religion, peace, God, all those things in my morning thoughts, but mostly I focus on fragrances. But you guys do not know me in person, one thing. And if you had access to my profile, you'd go and see my cover photo, you'd understand the statement. Okay, I'm a believer of humanity. I don't believe in particularly this any particular religion is better or worse. Okay, and I do not believe in people who are ignorant. People try to brainwash you. I do not believe in that. I grew up differently. I grew up respecting a person, individual. I do not look at people for their religion, race, color. Sometimes like Russell Peters, or like some other comedians would say, the inner racism comes out when you're pissed off at a restaurant queue and people are taking forever. Oh, okay, I'll have a latte. Okay, what do you have in there? So you like, so those are funny, but not in general. Everybody has some sort of racism in them. You cannot deny it. Nobody's perfect. Okay. And another thing is, nobody's perfect. That's one thing. Always remember, if I do reviews, if I'm a human being, I seem like a nice guy. I could be like a devil. In real life, I could be like I have anger management. Nobody's perfect. Okay. But we try to learn. We try to get better. So, as a single unit, how much can we change? We try. Okay, but in general, world is a very toxic place nowadays because of people's ego. Nowadays people have ignorance. These are the things people hate, the unknown. Okay, we don't really get to know our neighbors. Sometimes we don't get to know about different people's cultures. We just tell them like, oh, your religion is bad, your this is bad, and we just hate. And we hear something, read something, we get immediately angry, attack them. So this is not what I am, because I studied abroad. I got to socialize with people. So I have friends from all over the world, and I have friends in every race. So I'll tell you one thing, this whole thing is within you. Okay, and not just you who's watching, everybody. If you find a country where there's no other religion, you'll see people of same religion fighting, who's upper class, who's rich, who's middle class. Or in states, look at them, people who are, they call African American, black people versus white. There's always tension, like hate crime. So you cannot say any country, is out of this. Every country have, even the most decent country, even Japan, China, anywhere you go, you'll feel people, they have some sort of racism, right? So what's happening in the country, it's not just today it's happening. It's been happening for a number of years, decades, and since our independence. Before that, when you were like whole subcontinent as India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, even then, Muslims versus Hindus versus other religions. So in India also, I am sad to see sometimes, Muslims are minorities there, so they do get sometimes that, bashing, do not eat beef. This, I know, this is a sensitive, that's why I don't talk about it. What you value, if others respect it, like during our Eid, our Hindu brothers, Christian brothers, Buddhist brothers, they come to our house, they like, not right now, COVID, but they do, we have celebration together. By right, that's the right thing. We'll look at people as humans, not look at Hindu or Muslims, right? That's the ideal one. But idealistic is not the world today. The world is very toxic, and I cannot change it. If I wish I had the power of a president, I would change it in a week, even maybe less than a week. I will change it. But people like us do not get the power. People who believe in love, originality, or unity, we do not get to get into politics, because politics for people who are dirty. Okay, politicians are the most devils, and the most they are just slaves of rich people and the banks. So the whole world, basically, look at the war. Every single country dropping bombs. These are all part of, and you don't even care who died. Children died. People don't care. Those are terrorists. So this hatred is there. It only can stop if you make a difference and you can raise voice. You go out, protect your brother who's from your opposite religion, different religion. What we do, we defend our own religion. So this is the problem, like we never can learn, or it never can get better if we are like this. Okay, so what I want to talk about Bangladesh, what's happening, it's happening in both India and Bangladesh. This is the sad reality, and this will not stop if politicians do not stop this. This is a fault of politicians. Okay, this is their mindset to keep people fighting. Okay, and if you go to different websites, people fight, during the World Cup cricket. Oh, you guys are this, the name calling. It all comes from you being a sheep who is not having any brain. You just judge people, generalize, oh, whole nation is like this. If you do stop, everything will stop. Okay, so it starts from us. Droplets of water creates a ocean. Okay, so just I thought I would say a small topic, but that I addressed. Hopefully you guys come back, and you guys do matter because you guys give me views, everything, but always be unbiased and try to see it from a neutral point of view, humanitarian ground. Okay, I do condemn any kind of like discrimination or hate crime. That's just disgusting, at this age. Okay, at the age of Facebook and all, this still happens in every single country. So yeah, let's stay united, let's stop the hatred, and always protect your minority brothers and sisters. That is the first step to stop this. Okay, put an end to it. Then even the politicians won't dare go do something stupid. People won't buy it, but people do buy it. Media has this huge like, you see how many people gather in a political showdown, and they're like, yeah, let's go attack some sort of temples and stuff. This is what happens when you don't have your own education and mind. Okay, so yeah, let's just drop it at that. I don't want to talk about it. It's just a very sensitive issue, but I'm very ashamed of what's happening in Bangladesh, and I really hope like government in future takes strict action against these criminals, okay, who's doing this burning of temples, and then create hatred and burning house and shops of our brothers who are from different religion. That's just absolutely disgusting. Okay, and I am sorry. I feel sorry. I feel ashamed as a nation sometimes. Okay, so coming to the point that I want to talk about, this fragrance. Okay, this very important thing. Okay, what are fragrances? Fragrances are commercial products. Okay, perfumes are commercial products. All these bottles you see, they are not for free. Okay, you have to go to a shop and buy them, and when you review, there's a whole thing process. It's like a process involved. You buy, you try, you decant, you sell, you buy and sell. You are a seller, or you're working for a certain company and you're promoting them, you're getting bottles for free. There are a lot of things involved. When you see marketing, like 10 reviewers reviewing the same fragrance, I should just review this. If you see something is released, everybody just jumps on it like a vulture. So it's not a bad thing. Everybody wants to talk about it, but what's the rush, just to get views and then money and everything. So sometimes it becomes about that more than the passion for fragrances. How fast can I do it? I saw a comment a few days back, and that bothered me. One guy goes like, you were too late to join the party of Uda Lyle, like that perfume, right? And people say like, you didn't review this yet. My mission is not to do this earliest moment it reaches. I'm like, like you constant this dog is jumping and then running. I don't do that. I like to review fragrances from 90s, 70s, 80s, what's released right now, what I have. No prejudice, no choice, no priorities. If I get a fragrance brand new and I'm really excited, I buy it, I review it. It's out of excitement, not because it's brand new. I have to do it before anybody else. I used to do that before, but now I feel I took 20 minutes to review this. Okay, I did 20 minutes review on this. Why? Because I want to talk every single aspect. Okay, so mind you one thing, that not everybody is same. Some people have that commercial showdown. They bring women, they do cheesy, cheap things, they talk about Jeremy, they try to get views, and they do something that is not mostly about fragrance, it's mostly about drama. Some people just love the drama, they have nothing to do with fragrances. They just do live session streaming, 10, 20 people. They talk about shit. They don't talk about fragrances, they don't talk about passion, they talk about who's doing what, bitching about others. Those things are really disgusting. Those things are useless. Some people are doing this for 10, 12 years. They have no content. They have no fragrance reviews. They just mostly talk shit, talk big. Hey, I've been like OG for 10, 12 years, I'm one of the big guys. But if you go to the channel, no content, okay? That just doesn't count for me. So I'm telling you what I feel. You can feel differently. You can go to channels to see girls wear bikinis and stuff. Tell me one thing, if you are an educated person in the head, we love women, okay? As men, if we're straight, we're attracted to them, no problem. But if you're watching a fragrance review and girl says, this is damn nice, you do not have any way to know if she means it or if she is a paid model. Okay, so you just trust, if you like a reviewer, you follow them, that's fantastic. The whole process is good. I feel any reviewer style, the lounge style, or talk and like quiet, or something like ASMR, I don't know what you call those. So they have different styles. I do long videos. I like the way I do it. I like to watch my reviews. I'm like, I covered all the points. Okay. So I feel the marketing, the selling is becoming a lot more like, even people who buy it, they back in their head, they don't realize it, they're buying brands. Okay, they see a latest release from Parfume de Marly, this is the best. They see an amouage, this is the best of all my amouage. How do you know? How can you say that if someone is telling you, like, let's say for me, this simple story, amouage interlude band, someone just dismisses it. Oh, all this one is like nothing, like the new one is the latest shit, that is the best. No matter how many amouage got released, this will be my number one amouage, because I love it. It's very hard to beat what you love. So nowadays, a lot of reviewers are quitting, the older reviewers. Why? Because they cannot compete with all these rich reviewers with a lot of their, haul. I see reviewers go to, I'm not bashing them, but it becomes sort of like less passionate when I see a guy goes with shopping mall every day, 10, 12 fragrances, haul. And you never see those fragrances, never updates. They never have a history with those perfumes. It's like a buy and sell. They are sellers. They're, seller representative or something like, they're like, I don't know what you call those, sales representatives, okay, sellers. And they're just promoting and just buying 10 fragrances, like 10, 12, 20. And you're like, hey, cheapy haul. Okay, they must have shown like a nice fragrance, but never talked about it in details. People want to know about the fragrance, 2 words, does it give you enough information? 1 minute on a fragrance? No, man. I like to pick up fragrance even if it's $5. I want to talk about it because I like fragrance. I'll show you one fragrance, very cheap. I don't know where I have it. This is one of the fragrances I love a lot. Okay, this is called Coty Aspen. Okay, this is one of the cheapest colognes you can buy with your money, like EDC, whatever. You can get these glass bottles. This is hands down the nicest smelling fragrances in my journey. Okay, smells like green iced tea, a little bit cool water, but you will not see any reviewers hyping this. Most of the reviewers you'll see hyping the latest release. This is the best. I have seen autumn list, winter list. I'm like, really? You have been in the community for 10 years. You've been reviewing for 5-6 years. A latest release becomes just like that. 5 latest release is the top. It can happen if it's damn good, but isn't it possible, highly likely, that you've been using Aquamara, Acqua di Gio Profumo, Aventus for 6 years? It's so easy to replace those. Yesterday you said, I said it, yesterday, let's say you said, for example, Armani Code Profumo was the damn good fragrance. You should buy the best fragrance in the line. Then tomorrow you are saying, this is not worth it anymore, bro. That one is not good. Buy the latest one, This is all business, okay? And this is where I feel at times, I lose hope. When I see this commercial, popular, they get this 200,000 views, and the real reviewer, like, I'll give you a name, Chad. Chad McChesney, he is the OG reviewer who brought me here. Because of him, I am today reviewing, and I am known a little bit. But he is like a gentleman's journey. Marc, Rob08, Steven, like now some of them are big, but other reviewers, where is their fragrance line? People are offered fragrance line. They are reviewing for, with all due respect, for 1 to 2 years. They have only about 20-30 content, but those guys are doing reviews for decade or so. Where is Marc's fragrance line? Where is Chad's fragrance line? Steven did good. I think Dan Norton did good. The other reviewers, Max 40 should have one. But these are our heroes, okay? OG reviewers who gave us the community. But sad reality is, people who work hard, they get zero. They don't get any recognition. It's always about the numbers, okay? It's all about the selling. And on most part, if a fragrance is memorable, people would mention it truly, even after years. Like, man, that fragrance, like, like Aventus, people brag about it. They talk about it still. If it's really, really good, people talk about it naturally. Other people will talk, not just you pushing it as a reviewer or as a fragrance maker, right? So these kind of things, the marketing, sometimes I feel that commercialization, too much TikTok, too much, deviation away from the real thing, the fragrance. People don't talk about a fragrance, like, talk about this. This is the bread and butter. This is why you're doing fragrance reviews, not to see what Jeremy is doing, what other girls are doing, or top 10 reviewers reviewing. Sometimes I get frustrated, as a reviewer, but I'm just a small guy. I'm staying in Bangladesh. I'm trying to do reviews, but for me, the day I lose passion, I'll stop reviewing. That's about it, okay? And I think I get sometimes sick in my head seeing what's wrong with the world. I mean, just a name, just one guy, Chad. He deserves his fragrance line. He deserves his own fragrance. He should be rich. Like, he is obviously well off, but he should be getting offers from companies like, bro, be our specialist, right? So Marc should be the guy here. Where is Marc? Nobody talks about him. You know, why? These are things we should ask ourselves. We should see who did the real hard work, break down a fragrance, you know, give us a review. I went with my girlfriend by the lake during autumn, and I wore this perfume, and that was our wedding scent. What a beautiful story. You know, I get goosebumps, right? Keep it real, man. You know, like, don't do the stupid shit spins, and then, you know, the jackets, and then suits. People who follow you are dumb shits. All right, I'll tell you, I'm getting a little bit annoyed, because a guy who's sitting in his room, cup of cocoa, and is really, really telling what he feels about a fragrance, he's doing the real work. Maybe he has 500 views. Some other suits have million views. I still pick the guy with the cocoa. Why? Because I love his review. He can connect, you know, I can see. So people, please don't do these cheeky things. You know, like, you can get popular, but I mean, the work matters, you know. This is why many people are losing interest in fragrance. They leave the groups, because it's all about ass kissing. Oh my God, you got the latest spirit of Dubai, man. You must have so much money, and that's like literally like, you know, sorry to say, that's exactly what I meant, right? So yeah, when, you know, even the products are that commercial products, but you can connect because of smell, what's inside that bottle, like emotions. You know, what fragrance should I pick as emotion? Let me show you my last point. Durham Intense. This fragrance is expensive. I know for designer it's very expensive, but the emotion, the memories I have with it. This is my signature scent. My girlfriend knows me by this fragrance. Moment she goes somewhere, she's like, I smelled you, like, among the crowd. This is you. I know this is Joy Amin, right? So this is my signature scent, number one. If I have to let go everything, I'll keep this, right? So why don't people have that sort of passion? Today is the signature scent, tomorrow is something else, day after that is something else. 20, 50 fragrance in one bag, you know, like, what is the passion in that, guys? You know, you just like, we know, you're just doing TikTok, 5 seconds you show 5 fragrances. This is what I give. Okay, I'm sorry about that. That's no good, right? So we need more passion. We need like real people. Do it with charisma. Put some nice TikTok and then effects, but go to a nice place. Talk about the fragrance. Do not talk about women. You know, like, what does it matter if a bikini girl is saying, oh man, I'm gonna sleep with this guy, who's gonna wear it? You're not gonna wear a fragrance to sleep with a girl, man. You're gonna wear a fragrance because you are classy, because you have good taste, because you love fragrance from bottom of your heart. Okay, and one night stands, you know, there are different things. You know, fragrances shouldn't be put down to that level. I'm sorry I made such a long video. I'm sorry, too much talk, but take out sometimes. You know, I hope you let me know your feedback, and if I talk too much, I'm sorry about that. Okay, have a nice day. Keep loving fragrance, keep it real. That's the whole thing. That's the whole passion. See you soon. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.